The New Brunswick Ministry of Education says it does not have a copy of the controversial sex presentation which prompted the Premier to change the laws in the province. Today I'll show you what they told us when we filed for access to information. Then I'll tell you what we will do next.
What we found is that parents didn't know. Parents did not know that in the education system, children are being taught to lie to their parents. They didn't know that, and now they know. So it's a pretty sad situation, really. And yes, we have a plan for that. But the system today basically suggests that all parents are delinquent, and I just don't believe that.
New Brunswick's Conservative Premier Blaine Higgs is taking a stand for parents' rights and to protect children from radical sex activists who have been using the province's classrooms as indoctrination facilities. A flashpoint revealed the disconnect between parents and teachers, forcing the government to act. Let's hear it from Higgs when he posted about the controversy to X in May 2024. A number of concerned parents have shared with me photos and screenshots of clearly inappropriate material that was presented recently in at least 4 New Brunswick high schools. To say I am furious would be a gross understatement. This presentation was not part of the New Brunswick curriculum and the content was not flagged for parents in advance. My office has been told by Department of Education officials that this was supposed to be a presentation on HPV, the human papillomavirus. However, the group shared materials well beyond the scope of an HPV presentation. The fact that this was shared shows either improper vetting was done, the group misrepresented the content they would share, or both. This group will not be allowed to present again in New Brunswick schools effective immediately. Our government will have further discussions about whether additional rules about third-party presentations need to be updated. Children should be protected and parents should be respected. I want parents to know that we are with you. We will continue to make decisions based on the principle that parents need to be aware of what is happening at schools so they can make informed parenting decisions. Do you think we need stronger rules about third-party presentations in our schools? I want to hear directly from you. And then he links to a survey, and then he shows us a slide from the clearly inappropriate presentation offered to New Brunswick high schoolers by a third party. So in response, Higgs's government changed Policy 713, which laid out the province's regulations on sexual orientation and gender identity matters in public schools. Now, students under age 16 must get their parents' permission to change their names on official school documentation. Wording that previously allowed students to participate in extracurricular activities consistent with their gender identity is now limited to participation in extracurricular activities based on biological sex. The new policy also mandates that every school have a private universal changing area and washroom and refrain from making all public washrooms gender neutral. So at Rebel News, we wanted to know from the Ministry of Education how this presentation became greenlit for teens and preteens. Did the ministry vet the presentation from Quebec's HPV Global Action, or was the ministry lied to? HPV Global Action claims it was cleared for takeoff to show this stuff to teenagers behind the backs of parents. And we got back the most unbelievable response. We asked for the presentation, along with any correspondence the Premier mentioned having with the ministry or any documents on the government's response. The ministry says that it was unable to provide the presentation because no records were found for that specific part of our request. Instead, the ministry transferred our inquiries to the Anglophone South School District on May 27th. So either the Ministry of Education has been actively undermining the Conservative government, or it was lied to, or the school board was acting completely autonomously to indoctrinate kids without the knowledge of the ministry. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I will get to the bottom of it with your help at our special investigations website, rebelinvestigates.com. We have once again filed for access to information, this time to the Premier's office, and we anticipate an unredacted response from the school board as well. Friends, I just wanted to keep you in the loop. We are investigating. We're hitting some roadblocks, but we're Rebel News, so we eventually just climb right over them. It takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and a lot of your help at that special website, rebelinvestigates.com. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid. If you would like to help offset our repeated filing costs and our ballooning investigation fees, please consider making a donation at our special paper trail access to information website at rebelinvestigates.com.